What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Q. It's Big Friendly. This is Real Spit. Welcome to day one.
But he had the money. Once again, Johnny Cochran and all them played the atmosphere and everything perfectly with the city and the way the city was going through with blacks and cops. Just because, and I ain't gonna get into the race shit, but we all know being in LA, fucking with the LA sheriffs, fucking with Crash, fucking with the gang units, they're the most crookedest motherfuckers walking the streets. I'd rather be hanging out with the drug dealers and murderers because at least I know what they're about.
Shit, back in the day, Long Beach Metro.
Oh, Lakewood sheriffs.
No, Lakewood sheriffs have always been that way.
But I'm saying, remember when they used to patrol North Long Beach?
Well, yeah, that was before Metro though.
That's what I'm saying.
But when Metro came and they had just those plain cars with the little stamp on the side and just the light, the thing light and
the Capri Classics.
Yeah, no, they weren't Caprice.
They were, the Crown Royals.
Yeah, they were Crown Royals.
Or Crown Victorias. Crown Victorias.
Yeah. Crown Victorias. But they were the old, like the older kind of
square. The big box one, the big square round ass ones.
But yeah, they used to just, if you just looked a certain way, they'd stop you and take a picture of you, ask you where you're from. Just Polaroid, they Polaroid you. Boop.
Yep. Put you in the gang books. And they were.
And we used to just walk around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just walk around, not really even doing anything.
Here's the funny thing.
And they must have had at least 8 or 10 fucking Polaroids of me in there. And I would always tell them, like, I ain't from no fucking
How
gang.
did that change? Remember when we were young growing up in Long Beach, if you were 3 or more, you were considered a gang? They could stop you if you were 3 or more walking down the street.
Metro pulled up on me. I was sitting on my porch with my boy Ryan, just me and Ryan, 2 people. And we were probably like 14, 15. We were just sitting on my porch, doing nothing. You know what I mean? Bored, like a summer day. And Metro cop pulls up and like calls us over. What are you guys doing? Sitting on my porch? You live here? Yeah. Who you live with? My grandparents. You know what I mean? Like you ain't never been called out to this house for no bullshit.
And you're not supposed to question a minor anyway.
No, they're not. But again, we're talking about, late 80s, early 90s. They didn't give a fuck. But really...
They got body cameras on now and don't give a fuck.
I realized later on, they every time I was with Ryan, they used to fuck with me because Ryan was a shit starter. Ryan was like one of them dudes like...
Jason?
Not Jason.
Jason got us into a lot of unnecessary fights.
Ryan wasn't like disturbed like Jason.
Okay.
Like he started a lot of shit, but it was more with his mouth. Okay. Like he used to he was famous for claiming different gangs and stuff that he was never in but knew people from or whatever. You know what I mean? Like different ones.
The Transformer type of thing.
Because he was in Long Beach forever. Well, that's how
Is that the one that passed away or the other one?
No, Ryan's still alive.
Which one passed away? The one I met who drove the van.
Who drove? Oh, you're talking about Chris.
Chris. Okay, I'm sorry. I always get
he drove the Camaro.
But when we hung out with him, he was in that van.
No. You're thinking about Mike. That was Mike. Mike's still alive.
Oh, okay. But, Once again, my bad. Okay. No. Mike had the van we hung out with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris was the one with the Camaro, and he had
he
had the Desert Eagle in his little...
I think I only met him once. I'm getting Chris and Mike confused.
But, no. So, no, they used to fuck because Ryan was a shit starter. And he didn't, he wasn't a punk. Like, he had hands, but he wasn't... all at the same time, he wasn't the gangster he portrayed himself to be. You know what I mean? So, we were all young, stupid. Like I said, I was a tag-along little wannabe. You know what I mean? Ryan was like a year, maybe 2 years older than me. So, I always tagged along with this motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? He was my big homie. But the cops would always fuck with us, the Metro cops especially. You know what I mean? Because one of the Metro cops lived, 3 or 4 blocks around, and, one of our friends lived, right down the street. Yeah. His name was Mark. That's all I remember. He was a dick. He fucking couldn't stand none of the fucking neighborhood kids, man. Couldn't stand us. I don't blame him. We were assholes. But
right? Yeah,
we were all badass.
The 80s was... See, the 80s...
It's a different time because, the neighborhood kids wasn't just the kids on your block. They were kids within, a 10-block area.
80s was this. You were breaking windows and you were raiding fruit trees. If any fruit tree was in the front yard, plums, lemons, oranges, grapefruits, fucking pomegranates. Pomegranates were everywhere in Long Beach, and kumquats and all those like.
It was mostly like, to me, the ones that were accessible were the
apples,
pomegranate trees,
the apple
and the plum trees, because they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What a lot of the Asian houses would have the fruit trees in the back, and they overgrow over the fences, so you. My boy Gap that I went to school with lived around the corner from me. His parents had a banana tree in their backyard. They had pomegranate.
Yeah.
They had all that shit. We used to go pick them off the side because they just hang over the fence. The pomegranates.
There was this guy. He had a pomegranate tree on Atlantic, and he had a kumquat tree, and loquat. Is it loquat?
I don't know.
It was a kumquat and some other quat. I know he had those, and he had a pomegranate tree, and we used to go there, and I mean, do damage. We would pick the tree, and half the tree would fall. We'd squish the other half just from being dumb little kids and ignorant little kids being disrespectful.
What was it called?
I think they were called loquats and kumquats. They look like little small oranges, but they're real tarty. But they're small, and they're smaller than tangerines.
I ain't even nothing called a kumquat.
Well, no diddy, but there's an actual thing.
I know
and,
it is.
And they're like this big. They're like little oranges, but they're tart. They're like tart instead of sweet. But anyway, we used to go to this dude's house, and we would just, because it was in the front yard. Well, it was like this. So you're walking down Atlantic, and you remember if you're coming out of the back of the projects, so you come out Atlantic. So if you're walking this way out of the projects, you bank that right to head north, going to Jordan.
Yeah.
Just as you pass, there would be like the barbershop, Sal's barbershop.
Yeah.
Well, then there was a house there before the apartments. There was a house in between there. I know. I'm just saying, I know. Well, right there at the gate was a pomegranate tree, a kumquat tree, and a loquat tree. So they basically just hung, like you said, on the street. Yeah. So we would never go in his yard.
No, you
just but us picking it on this side would make stuff drop on the other side.
Right.
So one day, we're out there, and he comes out, and he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? He's like, hey, look, how about I do this? Because you guys are, like, destroying half my tree. He wasn't mad. He was just like, you're destroying the other half. No one's going to get none. So he was like, how about I do this? How about every day, I'll just leave a box for you guys outside? Like, So, sure enough, we come by. Hey, man, you may not be alive. I don't know. But, bro, thank you. Every day, bro. Like, I'm talking big old box of pomegranates. Big old box of fucking kumquats, big old fucking box, just like every fucking day when it was in season. I'm saying.
Right.
So once again, his attitude was like, I can't stop these kids because we're not going in his yard, but we're still ruining what's in his yard.
Right.
So his attitude was like, here, bro, I'll just give you all this because I'm gonna go out here and pick all. So, dude, like during the season, we just go by there. We'd be coming home. My mom like, where do you get that? Oh, the guy on Atlantic. He gives them to us.
Yeah.
And I'm sure my mom already knew, because you guys are probably been fucking up his yard. Because, like you said, growing up, you knew where the lemon trees were, the orange trees, the apple trees, the plum trees. And you would go hit them up during the season. But that guy, once that guy was hooking us up, the neighborhood had to love him, not knowing, because we weren't coming around no more, because we could go to this guy's house once a day and just get...
There used to be a plum tree down the street from my house. My grandma used to send me to pick plums off of it. It was hanging over the fence. She loved plums.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
We always had plums in our fridge, like from the grocery store.
Summertime, kids walking down the street with bags of fruit. Yeah. Like that, you went to the pool. You go to the pool on the way home. You raid every fruit tree on the way home.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and kids nowadays, you guys don't understand. Like, for instance, yesterday I'm at the mall, and I'm talking shots out to Lily at Lids for taking care of me and making my big friendly shirt. Shouts out to Cali Customs Mike for getting me some breaking bread with big friendly shirts. And he got the real spit with Q and Big Friendly. So shouts out to all you guys for really taking care of us and coming through in the clutch. But that's what you kids don't. So yesterday I'm talking to Lily, and she's 21. And I'm talking to her, and I'm like, yeah, when you're a teenager, she's like, yeah. I'm like, how old are you? She's like, 21. I'm like, you were just a teenager 2 days ago. That doesn't count. But I was explaining to her, like, how she was, because I was telling her, the mall, when we were 15, 16, the mall was the $20.
Oh,
and the mall?
Oh, dude.
And so here's the thing. Oh. So here's what I told her. I said, you wanted $20, enough to get something to eat, something to drink, and to buy a tape. Like that's all you need. Because that was you.
My thing was.
But real quick, so I told Lily,
go see a matinee.
Yeah, a movie.
Grab something to eat
and get a tape.
Get a tape.
Exactly.
Every weekend.
You know me. We were on the hunt. We were on the hunt for girls. You were too. So the thing with the mall was you got your cleanest shoes on, your cleanest fit. You got your kitchen curl, every curl just
you
perfect.
coordinating with your boys on the phone. Now you didn't have cell phones back then, so.
Hey mom, I'm on the phone. Please hang up.
Hang up. Hey, call. Hey, call you. Hey, you call so and so on 3-way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call so and so on 3-way.
Yeah.
And you be conference calling like they be on the phone with 5-6 motherfuckers. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. What bus you taking? Okay, what time you catching?
All right, I'm gonna meet you at this connection.
We all end up at the same place at the same time. At the same mall, and just
and the mall will look like
New
York Central Avenue, just people everywhere, girls everywhere. Like you go to the mall, that's how you used to sharpen up your game. You go to the mall and you want to get at girls because they were in a group. So here's how you had to test your marbles. You wasn't just gonna walk up to one girl and talk to her. You had to walk up to the crowd, entertain the crowd to get the one you wanted to talk to be more interested. Nowadays, you can swipe right or left. It just takes away from the experience. Like I was telling her, the social environment, the getting up and getting dressed, like you said, calling your boys. Hey, don't. All right, what are you wearing? Yeah, man. Okay, well, I'm not gonna wear that thing because I was gonna wear that color. I'm gonna wear this. Like,
just, I mean, the whole deal, just huddling up over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Walking to the bus stop. Taking the bus,
getting that transfer.
You know what I'm saying? Getting that transfer, pulling up on the next bus stop, and you see your boy, and you know, okay, he made it the right time.
Right. Right.
You know what? It's just what I'm saying. It was just part of the routine. And like I said, every week,
and
I would
back
go
then,
see a new movie in the morning.
There was no cell phone.
Go get something to eat. Hit up the fucking warehouse or either the warehouse or Goodies and find
or Blockbuster Music
or Blockbuster sometime. No, Blockbuster Music wasn't a thing back then. What? It was a warehouse.
It was a warehouse.
It was Sam Goodies. It would. I mean, and then they had other, little record stores and stuff in there. I mean, that's back when every record store still had vinyls.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's when CDs were new. Like
Blockbuster Music didn't come out till we got to like high school. That's when Blockbuster Music hit. Was that the one right there on Clark in Candlewood? Or what is that?
Lakewood,
and it was right on the corner.
Because it's between Delabo and Candlewood, I believe.
Yeah,
right.
And that one that was right on the corner.
Warehouse. That was the warehouse.
That turned into Blockbuster Music.
Yeah.
That's where I met, rest in peace, Easy at.
Yeah, I never met nobody in there, but I bought a lot of tapes in there. But
I
go to Cerritos Mall a lot on the weekends, and
Torrance.
I want to say it was Sam Goodies in the Cerritos Mall that I would go to because they had a little machine in there. And you gotta remember we're talking about tapes. For those of you who don't know what tapes are, your babies, fuck you.
Yeah.
So
fuck tapes. Go ask your parents about an 8-track.
Right? No, they had this little machine with headphones, and it would.
I remember that
you could make your own little fucking cassette single, and it would have an A side and a B side.
Yep.
And I sometimes I get one of those and a tape, or I get a couple of singles, cassette singles.
Yep.
And they had the A side and the B side. Like
they'd have like 2 songs and instrumentals.
Like yeah. Like before I bought the BBD tape, the whole tape, I bought the Poison single because it had the B side with the little mix on the back with the little blend of the songs on the album. That's when I bought the tape.
If you remember when
because I was like, oh okay.
I used to buy the CD singles. That's how we started writing our music to all the CD singles because all the singles had the instrumental. And you were like, Friendly, you got a ton of instrumentals in here, don't you? That's how we started writing music, was to my instrumentals.
CD
but I'm saying, because like I said, back then,
were singles and
that's what I'm saying.
The B-side would be the instrumental, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Even when the CDs first came out, I used to have a lot of singles before the album came out because you go by the single.
Yeah.
And then the single would have the instrumental. It'd always have 2 songs and the instrumentals on them.
Yeah.
So I remember the first night we ever wrote music, and you were like, hey, Friendly, hey, give me that single right there because you got instrumentals on those singles.
The LV single.
Yep, the LV. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's how it all started. But and since we're going and when it comes to that, and when it comes to like the music, and it comes to how it was back then, like you said, $20 going to the mall with $20, you were a king.
I mean, you buy a tape for like $8. Like a whole
$5.
album.
You can buy.
No, it was like
was
eight.
it $8?
It was like $8, but you can get it. Like, a matinee movie was like $2.75.
That's true.
You know, it was only like about the same for a drink in the movie. I never bought food or stuff in there, and then I go buy some food and a tape afterwards.
But back
and then take the bus home.
But like you said, but back then when you go to McDonald's, you can go to a Big Mac value meal for $3.99.
Oh, easy, all day long.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and they were called value packs, not value meals.
My thing was like, I could go get a slice at that pizza spot.
Yeah, what is that?
Get a slice for like $1 or $1.50.
What is that place called? That shit it's in every mall.
I can see the sign, but I can't.
It's red, red and green. Yeah, it starts with an R.
Talking about Lakewood
starts
Mall,
with an R.
Anyway, yeah, I ain't been there in years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd go. If I'm at Lakewood Mall, I go there, or Cerritos Mall. I can't remember where.
I remember Long Beach Mall.
Cerritos Mall. I would go see the movie, go get my tape, and then hop on the bus and go home because it was a longer ride.
I remember Long Beach Mall.
I barely ever went to Long Beach Mall.
Oh, really?
Barely ever went to Long Beach Mall.
See, here's the funny thing. Like, that's what's crazy. Like, the Long Beach Mall, that was the mall my mom took us to go shopping as a kid. Because, I mean, now I know, God rest my mom and father's soul. But I didn't know as a kid because my father had accounts at the JCPenney and Ward's and all that in those malls. So, my mom would take us there to go school shopping. So we go school shopping, and my mom would put that shit on. Well, we thought it was on hold. Because again, we're kids, we didn't know. But she was putting it on my dad's account.
Right.
Then my dad would come back later
and get it
and go get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but we were going to like Ross, Ward's, like J.C. Penney's, like back when these were like the stores to go to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but shoes, it wasn't until like junior high school we started getting like.
Oh yeah. No,
it was Stadias.
It was like fucking Zips and
Zips and Ruse and Stadias.
Any kind of shoes you could find at Kmart.
Yep. Or Zodi's. Remember Zodi's? Zodi's?
My mom worked at Zodi's.
Zodi's and Kmart is now your guys' Ross. Sorry.
Basically.
That's just what it was. But Kmart was the first place. When you would go to Kmart as a kid, Kmart had a place. Was it pizza and a hot dog you could get and the soda?
They always had a food place. It just changed.
But only Kmart had that back then.
Now Target's got it.
No, I know, but I'm saying back then. But back then it was only Kmart. That's why you loved about going with Kmart, because you go with your mom to Kmart, and if you were good, you'd get a toy, and she would stop and get you
an icy or something.
Exactly. Same thing with Thrifties. If you were good, you got a Thrifties ice cream cone on the way out. It was incentives to behave. And that Thrifties ice cream,
still good.
Oh, it's still out there. You go to what is it? CVS, I think it is. That's Thrifties. That ice cream is the ice cream we talking about. That's the ice cream that kept kids good for as long as you were in Thrifties. And Thrifties is CVS. That's all Thrifties was.
Yeah, and that's who bought out Thrifties.
I know, but what I'm saying is, Thrifties was that, and then there was Alpha Beta and Stater Brothers.
Yeah.
Like, that was our, like, Winco and Walmart, Stater Brothers and Alpha Beta and stuff like that.
Alpha Beta's still around. It's just not around here.
Oh, is Alpha Beta still around?
Yeah, as far as I'm sure. As far as I know. There used to be... Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'm thinking about Albertsons. My bad. I was thinking about Albertsons, not Alpha Beta. My bad.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking about Albertsons. That's why.
Well, say, man, you almost had me excited. Like, I want to go see Alpha Beta just to take me
No,
back.
I was thinking about Albertsons.
Even Albertsons.
Because there used to be Albertsons up here a long time ago.
Oh,
like
there was Albertsons in Long Beach. Like I said, like...
No, I know, there is. It's right there in Bixby Knolls.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying, like, stuff like that. Like, you always say, Friendly, you're that nostalgic. Is it nostalgic? Is that the word?
You're nostalgic.
You're nostalgic. And so it's like, for me, like, when you say, like Q is always on me about certain things I'm watching, because he's like, why are you watching this? It's because it takes me back to a time where I felt the most safe